It's 6 a.m. Coffee with Shanda. I'm literally sitting on a bathroom floor here in Arizona. So I was going to not do Coffee with Shanda because the fact, let me just pop this up on here, because the fact that, that the sun doesn't come out until, 7 a.m. And I honestly didn't feel safe walking through the grounds pitch black at night. So I'm doing 6 a.m. Coffee with Shanda. I'm in a robe. I'm having some fun here in San Diego. Or not San Diego, Arizona. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Kari. Hi, you guys. Look at this. This is so funny. I'm literally in the Omni Hotel, and I'm in the bathroom. I'm literally in the bathroom. Anyway, so it's pitch black outside right now, and I just didn't want to walk through the grounds pitch black at 6 a.m. this morning, so the sun doesn't come out for an hour. So I thought I would just stream live from the shower, from the bathroom here at the hotel. Anyway, talking about doing, oh, you can't hear? Can you guys not hear me? Oh, let me see. Okay, can you guys hear me? Because I hear a couple. Oh, okay, good. Okay, great. So yeah, good morning, Karen. Good morning, Jamie Bogan. Good morning, Dennis. A great place to do a Facebook Live, totally. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Awesome. So I'm actually going to teach you some real content, even though it's kind of strange that I'm doing this from a bathroom floor in a hotel. But, you know, and this is actually a great demonstration of not only doing whatever it takes, but honestly, like, when the message doesn't match the environment, it actually is quite distracting. So you're going to have to work really hard to not be distracted about me being, oh, I should just sit in the bathtub. Should I sit in the bathtub? I should just sit in the bathtub and do the Facebook Live. I'm gonna get off the floor and sit on the bathtub. How about that? Let's see if this can work. Okay, good. So I wanted to chat with you about something real this morning, not just me being in a bathrobe. And I wanted to chat with you about sales. It's a conversation that we all have to get good at. And I love talking about sales. I love teaching sales. And we do have, Christmas coming up. We've got Hanukkah coming up, we've got New Year's coming up, we've got like all these holidays coming up right now. And I feel like sometimes we get stretched on, all the gifts that we give and the gifts we want to give ourselves, and Black Friday is coming up. I don't know about you, but Black Friday is one of my favorite times of year to actually go buy. I'm actually going to buy a big theater set up for our new home. And just like you, I like a good deal. And so Black Friday has great deals. And so that's when I'm going to go buy this stuff. So my point is during all of this time, it's a time of spending. It's a time of spending right now, which means that you need to be generating money so that you're not stressed out about all the spending that is coming your way. Hey, Christopher Leary, you'll laugh. I'm literally in a bathroom, honey. I'm in a bathroom. a Christopher Leary approved bathroom though. Anyway, so you're moving into a season of spending. And in the season of spending, I want you to have as much peace as possible. In fact, I just don't ever want money to be a reason why any of us get frustrated at our spouses or our girlfriends or our boyfriends, get frustrated about, I remember the day that when a tax bill would come in, I would get frustrated. Now, don't get me wrong. I still don't love my tax bill, but honestly, I would never change my quality of life to save money on taxes, if that makes sense. Like, I actually write happy little faces on my taxes, and then when I hear some of my girlfriends or male friends who have like higher tax bills every quarter than me, I sit there and go, oh, I can't wait to have that tax bill. So I've just changed my mind around it, and that is authentic. I'm not just being a positive speaker. I literally write happy faces on it and say, God bless, I hope you have a good day, like things like that on my tax bill so that I have a good connection with it. Anyway, So let's talk about sales. Let's talk about making money. So first of all, are you making enough offers right now? We're going into a season of spending. Are you making enough offers right now? Or are you still wishing that money will come in the door? Or let me even say it in another way. It's really easy to get caught up in the busy energy of just working, right? Just actually working and not remembering that, if you have a program starting next week, or even you had a program start last week, or, but there's still so much space for you to bump up the sales, for you to bump up your ability to serve more people. There's, when I didn't have an email list, which obviously makes my life so much easier, I hustled. I went into meetup groups. I went into Facebook groups, and I know it's a lot of work, but I went in and I just developed friendships. I mean, I'm here even at the Genius Network in Arizona right now. And, I've set my clear intention about what I want to create from this meeting, but it's not about like I'm not going in with the mentality. I'm not going into the room today and tomorrow with the mentality to get. I'm going into the room on figuring out, well, first of all, I've set my intention. And my intention is that I really find a perfect either person or connection to a person that can help me run my company, like a good COO, right? Like somebody extraordinary. Like if I could get clarity on either how to connect to that person or actually meet that person in the room, then I am like, this was a winning couple days for me to spend. Now with that, setting that intention, right? That intention to get what I wanted, or that intention to sell the position for my company, to get a good COO, you're in a sales game, right? Like you're selling your mission, your revenue, your potential, you're selling that. Like you're just always selling, you guys. Like you're literally always selling. So you better get really good at it, and you better fall in love with it, because you are always selling. And there's a place where it leaves charisma and gets into talent, right? In selling. And so I want to talk about the talent piece. However, I think this is really important. I set the intention of what I want, but I don't go in to get, right? I set the intention of what I want, but I don't go in to get. I go in knowing what my clear intention is, because having the faith and the trust that it will be delivered in front of me and opening up the space for it means that I don't have to drive it forward in an aggressive way, right? All I have to do is be clear about what I want, and sure and behold, it will show up in front of me. It just does, because you don't even have the thoughts of what you want, like the thoughts of selling a new client, the thoughts of working, Carla, working with a new person that you just love to dress, right? Working with someone who can easily afford you. You can actually set the parameters of the avatar of what you want. And then what you have to do is you have to shift your mindset into a space of generosity of how can I give more? So when I walk into the room, or I walk onto a sales call, or I walk into an event, what I do is I set my intention, but I shift my mentality onto, well, you know what? If I can provide value to whoever's in front of me, no matter what, I will not feel guilty, pushy, or wrong about making an offer. Whether the offer is join my program, whether the offer is do you have a referral for me, whether the offer is would you mind making that email connection or phoning that person and letting them know I'm going to call them. You don't feel guilty or pushy or wrong when you actually are providing real value for people. Now this is a shift, because people actually think that often people will give to people, and they feel now that they're entitled for a sale, or entitled. Okay, so let me bring this into the world of relationships. If you're giving and giving and giving to someone you love, and they never give back to you, and you get pissed off, that actually is a level of entitlement, right? Like what about if you just looked around your life and said, where else am I getting what I need because of the way I show up in the world? Now, I'm not in any way saying that you should be in a relationship and not get what you need. But let's be honest. I mean, there are times in a relationship that you don't get what you need. There are times that your partner needs to take. There are times that your partner needs to focus inwards. There are times where, your partner might not be available for you. And so when you get this distinction, what happens is you can set the intention. You can absolutely set the clear intention. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What are all the details of the avatar of the client you want to work with? And by the way, don't get too caught up on that so it's hard. Just like, who have you worked with before, or who do you love spending your time with, like your best friend? And write down the characteristics of that person, and that's who you actually want to work with, right? So set the intention, like I set the intention that I really want to find either the person that becomes the COO of my company over the next couple days, or a clear connection with that person, right? And so that might be in the job description, that might be in, and it just goes on, but it's like, that would be a win for me. I would absolutely be super happy, but I can't go into the room with the mentality of like, how do I only connect with the people to get what I want? How do I dominate every conversation to slip what I need to get into it? You gotta lose all those thought processes. So here's basically the realm of the structure of how I do every conversation. So whether it was to meet my husband, whether it's on a sales conversation, where somebody's reaching out to us to work with them, whether it's in this room that I'm going to be in, I'm going to run the conversation the same way. And you'll see the beginning of the conversation, it's my I solve model. And you guys who are my clients who are watching this will get a new perspective on this. I use this structure for everything because at the beginning of the I solve model, in fact, I don't have this set up right now, but if you want to send me a private message on Facebook and say the word sales system, please, send me a inbox message that says sales system, please, and I'll get Nicole today to go and send you a copy of my sales structure. It's my sales model, what I'm going to teach you right now. So I solve, which means I solve, right? I solve your problem. I solve, this is how you use it in sales or use it in connections. Use it to raise capital. Use it to create a better relationship. So you can use it to really serve and get whatever it is that you want. So I stands for, what is your inspiration? So say I'm in a room of really intelligent people. I'm going to be in a room of some of the best marketers and business people. I think Ariana Huffington's here. I think. There's just some good people here. And so, that are all collaborating together. And so, I'll say something when I meet people, it's like, so like, what are you really interested in right now? Like, what are you really working on that is important to you? Or what's a cause that's important to you right now? That's the I. That's what do you want? It's another way of what do you want, right? And so I need to know that to even know how I can be valuable to someone. What I don't want you to ever do is put yourself in a category that you're not valuable to anyone, or that you're not good enough or smart enough to serve people who make more money than you, who are more powerful than you in life. Whatever shit you make up in your head, you got to put yourself to the side to serve and stop worrying about that stuff, right? So what do you want? What's interesting to you right now? What's the most important thing in your life right now, right? That starts the I solve model when I'm in a dialogue with someone. Now, someone can come up to me and say, Shanda, what are you up to right now? I'm like, I am up to lots of great things, but before I talk, I would love to hear about you. If you show up like that, you create an environment of generosity, a culture of generosity between you and another person. That opens people up to actually love you. It opens people up to want to work with you, to do business with you, or to create a really close friendship that could be a lifetime friendship, and who knows how that's going to serve you, right? But I want your intention to be, how do you serve other people first? So the I is, and if you want this sheet, just go ahead and send me a inbox message that literally says sales system, and I'll get Nicole to send this to you sometime today. Okay, so what is it that you want, or what's really important to you right now, or what's the most important thing that is in your life right now. And you just be quiet and just listen, connect, be intimate, be vulnerable, just connect. Like, you always will get what you want if you can just connect. Connection is currency, right? When there's a breakdown in connection, it makes it really hard to make an offer without a ton of excuses on why somebody doesn't take action with you. So that's the I. The next one is an S, which is, you need to find out, what's stopping people, right? What's stopping people from getting that most important thing in their life? What's stopping people from getting what they want in life? What's stopping people from reaching their inspiration of what's next for them? Now you can see how this logically makes so much sense, right? First you start with what they want, what's most important to them, and then you shift to what's getting in the way. So now you can see, when you actually find out what's interesting or what's important to them and what's stopping them, now you have a bunch of connection, information. Now the O is literally about you offering opportunities to them. I know that you know somebody who can help somebody who can, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that anybody watches my Facebook Lives because you're slow in nature, or that you're, just not a giver. You know what I mean? I would drive you nuts if you're not a giver, because I'm constantly telling you to give more, right? Stretch your plate, give more. That's just where all the freedom lies. It feels like a lot of to-dos at first, but when the to-dos snap and you actually soar into this place of freedom, you realize how much you can actually have going on in your life and it not feel like to do. And that's a positioning of your focus. It's a positioning of your focus. So if you can shift your position of your focus, use my I solve model to really find out what's most important to people and what's stopping them, what's getting in the way. And then the O is you just offering up opportunities for them so that they can get what they want. Even if that person isn't your buyer, they'll refer you someone who is. Even if that person isn't your buyer or the person to solve your immediate problem, they will connect you with someone who is. You're literally always so close. You're so close to every dream you want, but you just stop too quickly because of I call it the enemy. I'm all into Joel Osteen and scripture, and I call it the enemy. And the enemy gets in our heads, and he gets in our heads, and he has us drive and push so darn hard, so we hit the walls. And when we hit the walls, we're like, well, I've tried in that relationship, it just didn't work. I tried in that business campaign, it just didn't work. And the truth is if you're in it, it can work. If you're in it, it can work, right? I'm not saying that you won't fail at things. If you're in it, it can work. But it starts with you changing your positioning and your focus so that you start with giving. Here's what I found. Positioning to sell is really easy when you come from a place of generosity. When you come from a place of how I just started that I solve model, what's most important to you and what's stopping you. When you come from that place, even when I walk into a business, I have sleep in my eye. Even when I walk into a business meeting and it's about real estate or about this partnership or about whatever it looks like. When I shifted this and got this and created the I solve model, my whole world changed from every now and then things closing to most of the time things closing. And that is that I would go in and connect with the individual before I'd ever talk about the business, right? And it's so funny how when you follow that same format in the connection of the individual and the connection of the business, that it just doesn't fall flat. It just leads you to the next place. So here's the I solve model in short. What is most important to you? What is stopping you? The O is, here are some opportunities I see for you to get what you want in life. Now that opens up a space of the other person wanting to give to you anyway, whether that's giving you their credit card to buy with you, or it's giving you a connection of somebody who would really love to know about you, right? And then the L in I solve is, what did you like about what I just said? The reason why you want to say that, or what did you love about what I just said? What really resonated with you about what I just said? that gives you feedback. Did it land? Did it land? It also puts the person in a positive focus so that they're focusing on what's working in the conversation of what you just shared with them, not on their limitations. So it puts them in a buyer's state versus a state of, limitations. So it opens them up even more. So that's the L. Now, the V is really your vision for them. So what's your vision? Is your vision for them to connect with somebody else? Is your vision for them to go into a program with you? Is your vision for them and you to joint venture partner together? Is your vision, what is your vision? And you just share it with them. That's their solution, right? Is it, I'm going to connect you through email with this person? Is it, I really think that you need to give me your credit card right now so that you can go in my Pace Club program because it's the last time I'm going to ever teach it live. What is the connection point that your vision for them to be able to solve their problem, right? So that's I solve, and we're on the V. Now the E is very simple. Excellent. Are you going to take that action? Excellent. What credit card would you like to put that on? Excellent. By when are you going to complete this? You know what I mean? It's like the closure of the whole conversation. So let me know if this supported you. My clients, I hope that this gave you another perspective on really how to serve in a bigger way, how to get more referrals, how to just be more of an influencer that's kind and loving that people want to connect into and know that they're safe with you. Everybody else, if you're interested in getting my solve model, you're going to have to give me a day to get back to you with Nicole to actually get back to you, but you can actually go send me a private message and just put sales system. And if you put the word sales system, I'll send Nicole a quick Slack message right now and let her know that to send you our PDF of our document of what I use every time I have a sales conversation. So God bless you guys. I am sitting here in a bathroom. I cannot believe I am doing a Facebook Live in a bathroom. I chose to not even wash my face or do my hair because I thought, hey, I'm going to be in a bathrobe. I'm going to lay in bed and hang out until we do this. So here's from the bathroom of the Omni Hotel here in Arizona. I will be streaming live tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, and we'll be doing laser coaching. It's called Freestyle Fridays, which means I'll be freestyle coaching on any of your business problems, solving them completely for free. You just need to bring me the problem and clearly articulate it on the thread tomorrow morning, and I will answer it. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.